Beautiful contest in the lobby on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Davis. If you're not signed up, we got the Hound Dog, we have the Superflex Butt Puppy, and we're going to knock out some of these smaller stakes, smaller field contests this morning. Let's have a day.
It's Short King summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King summer.
All right, GM, everyone. Some beautiful contests in the lobby here. I actually really did not anticipate the dropping of these contests. We got the Pug, $12, 3 entry max, fast drafts only. We have the Hound Dog, 5 entry max, 20K to first. I would say, if you're kind of hanging out on the periphery, you don't want a max PPM. There's no puppy. I would say, frankly, these are sort of the contests. These are my favorite contests on Underdog, and I would assume that for a lot of you guys that these are. I would just say, if you're thinking, oh, do I want to do the 3 entries in the Pug, or do I want to do 1 entry in Best Ball Mania? I mean, I don't even think it's close. How much better the Pug is than Best Ball Mania. Yeah, as Mr. Beefcake says, I love these kinds of drafts. As someone who doesn't do a whole ton of drafts, exactly. If you're gonna do 100 drafts, like let's say you're gonna spend $500 on Best Ball, which I think is like a totally reasonable amount of money to spend on Best Ball drafts. I think that these contests, I would say, like you basically should be waiting sort of for these contests to hit the lobby. That is just my opinion. Now, can you win $1 million doing these contests? No, you can't. You can win 20K or whatever, but let's hop in. And I think this is what we're going to do today. I think I will just knock out these 3 Pug drafts. I've got a TakeCast recording with Mr. Tej Seth from Sumer Sports later in the day, but we're going to go ahead and knock these puppies out. Philly Phantom says I max these and avoid the huge ones. I think that's basically the way to go. Yes. Yeah, the Superflex puppies really boosting the T level. Yes. If you are in the old Superflex lobbies, let me tell you, they're running back heavy, which they should be. Although I did do one team this morning with Liam. Not with Liam, with the strategy that I did with Liam on the stream yesterday, and I didn't hate it. I did not hate it. Stefan says, I've done 7 Best Ball Manias in the last couple hours since I've gotten home from work, and in every draft, JSN has fallen to the far right of the board in the 3rd, and a couple to the very early 4th. I mean, maybe JSN got dropped in the ETR rankings or something. I could see that. I mean, I think JSN was being a little bit overdrafted anyway. GM. Yeah, well, I think the bigger issue with JSN is not that Darnold is the quarterback. I think it's that Darnold is not guaranteed to start week 15. I think it's a sort of similar ADP fall that we're seeing on guys like Jerry Jeudy, who is down to what? Where's Jeudy? Jeudy is down to wide receiver 39. David Njoku is all the way down. Man, the 130s for David Njoku, huh? Seattle has likely the worst line in the league, which is a really bad comorbidity. Wow. Sherlock, absolutely love that. Love the idea of describing it as a comorbidity. That is very funny to me. David Njoku, is there a more criminally underpriced guy than David Njoku? There really might not be. Let's pull up the old 2025 Mike Clay projections. One of my favorite pages to navigate to. I've been looking at the fantasy life projections as well. I think I will have the ability pretty soon. I think for people who subscribe to patreon.com/DavisMattek, I believe that I am going to have a projection set up. Now, are my projections going to be as good as Mr. Clay's or whatever? I don't know, but I'm going to do some. This is a 20-second pug draft. So we are drafting out of the 2-hole. Might as well take Barkley here, whatever. So this contest is $40,000 to first place, $25K to second, $15K to third, $10,250 to fourth place. I've got my rankings loaded up. There was just a fresh rankings update yesterday. If you are a subscriber over at patreon.com/DavisMattek, there's a fresh rankings update. So you can go check those out. I've got those uploaded in the Sidekick. I've got those uploaded in the Caddy. And away we go here. Drafting out of the 102 in Pug. Drafting out of the 102 in the Pug. Bang. All right. Chase going first overall, I assume. Yeah, there we go. I'm totally fine in the first round of these smaller contests, these time box contests, to just go at ADP. I mean, I could see a thought in your head of being like, oh, it's a small contest, smaller field. I just want to get my guys. Yeah, this guy right after me, Juan. Interesting. Love the very simple username. But I think it's totally fine in these contests to do that. Be like, hey man, I'm only drafting, I'm only going to draft 25 teams this month. I only have 4 teams in this contest. Easy peasy. I want McCaffrey. I have absolutely no issue. Yeah, this is probably the biggest change that I did to my rankings. So I moved McCaffrey in my rankings up to 7. And I plan on following that, honestly, pretty closely. Crutches doesn't like the Barkley draft. Crutches doesn't like me going into big Barkley. GM to the man himself, Mr. Newmy, too. People have no idea the influence that Mr. Newman has over their lives. Puka is the 1.2 per Crutches. I don't know about that. Jefferson and Chase, I think. Why is McCaffrey so much? Is there a lot of positive health news or just a market adjustment off no new news? In my opinion, I guess I can't speak for the market, but I can speak for myself in saying that every day that McCaffrey is not injured makes it more likely that he will enter the season fully healthy, right? I mean, that might sound kind of productive, but I think that is probably true. And Christian McCaffrey, when he's healthy, is the best asset in fantasy football. It's just really, and I think because it's been so long since we've seen it, maybe that is hard to remember. But basically, no player is better for fantasy football than Christian McCaffrey. And so I think that you want to just have a lot of that guy. Like, the market is going to let you have 14% of CMC this year. And I think that you should look the market in the face and say, thank you. You should start some kind of bit with your new setup. Change the light into green when you think the team is good. Turn it red when you shit the bed. That is very funny. I might have to. That's a good idea. That you're using your brain there, brother. And I like that. I like that a good bit. So one thing I don't hate about taking Barkley is I can just take I can just absolutely piss from this point. So I'm going to take Garrett Wilson here. But I mean, when you have Barkley as your running back 1, I'm comfortable not taking a running back again until this range of dudes, until the Tootin, Blue, Javonte, Ramondre. I think you can absolutely piss. And you know what? I'm living a little. I am going to take Rashee Rice over Marvin Harrison Jr. on this one. I'm only going to have what? This is the 3-entry max contest, or is this the 5-entry max one? I forget. This one is the 3-entry max. So I'm only going to have 3 teams in this contest. So let me get Rashee Rice on one of them. There we go. 25% CMC. I mean, that's the thing. The market is going to let you get 25% CMC if you want it. Copy paste dates has exactly 14% of CMC. Exactly. The market's going to let you do it. Rice will lap Marv. I don't know about that. I think it seems like I'm a little bit higher on. It feels like I'm a little bit higher on Marvin. I can't tell if this is a bit. Case says I was probably the worst player on Underdog last year. I think I did $12,800 worth of entries, and I think I got $2,000 back. Maybe, I don't know. Here, we can go look. Results. NFL. Week. What is it? Here we go. I got $2,577 back on how many teams? 798 teams. But a lot of that was the big dog. I mean, look at all these contests that I advanced no teams in. Hound Dog 3, Puppy 2, Corgi, German Shepherd, Chihuahua. Shout out to the Mini Schnauzer 7. But yeah, no, I was basically the worst player on the site last year. I wonder, was anyone worse than me? Probably not. I probably was actually the biggest loser. Where did my draft go? I lost it. Oh, here we go. The pug. I was looking for the Hound Dog. I was the Dion Waiters over 30 meme. JSN over Garrett Wilson, says Stefan. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That feels spicy. I think Garrett Wilson is better than him anyways, and I like Justin Fields more than the average man. Okay, I will happily take Pickens here. I will happily take J-Mo here. In fact, J-Mo would be my preferred. Okay. All right, sure. Yeah, we'll do George Pickens. That sets up another quarterback. Double week 10 buys, which is not great. Man, you know what? I'm going to take Kittle. I'm just going to keep pissing. We're going to do Kittle, sets up another quarterback. So we've got Fields, Mahomes, Dak, and Purdy all live. Really, I don't think there was any reason to take a running back there. Well, this is only sort of true. In these big top-heavy fields, it is a sign of strong play to get crushed. You got to take big stances to rise to the top. I mean, the fact is, there are about 27 people per year in these big field tournaments who are going to make money, right? I mean, that's just how it is. These are insanely top-heavy tournaments. I mean, even in this tournament, right? Only 20 people in the entire tournament are going to return 4 figures. So unless you win, you are not going to have a good time. Wow. I have not watched the Take Cast yet. What is the TLDR version of it? I don't even know how I would explain it. it's kind of like the Takecast is kind of like the BS report, but for young people. That's all I got. BS report for young people. The Bill Simmons podcast, just kind of chat ball. Or not ball, right? A lot of non-ball chat as well. Lapping the fatties. That was crazy. That was crazy. Can't keep up with the slang, LOL. Thought pissing was wide receiver yellow range. Why is taking Kittle pissing? I guess it's not. I guess technically to the letter of the law, it's not. But Kittle is... he's a pass catcher. Yeah. Is it just me, or does playing best ball a minus EV game? Well, no. It's a very positive EV game because so many people are so bad at it. But it takes many lifetimes to realize your value is basically the way I could explain it. The way that best ball works is you could have the best team, the best season, you're absolutely crushing it. But if you just have a bad week 16, it is what it is. And wow, we've got the pusher, the guy at the turn here. Wow, he doesn't even have T. Where's T? Tegan's win at 20. Wow. All right. You know what? Sure. Jacoby Myers. Why not? There you go. So we know that in the Pug, we have got at least one Jamar Chase team that pushed Burrow all the way around the turn. If you like these streams, you will probably like the Takecast, I would imagine. All right. Do we think it's time to pivot back to a running back yet? I don't think so. I think let's do Golden. So we have got Barkley as our hero running back, Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, George Pickens, Jacoby Myers, Matthew Golden, George Kittle. So we have all our quarterbacks alive, which is quite nice, which means we can take advantage of a running back faller at 95 or 98 if we so choose. Great way to exemplify it. You could get 6 teams to the semifinals, and then it just happens that 4 of them had Jalen Hurts, and he doesn't play, and now your team is dead, right? Very simple. Stuff like that happens all the time. I remember, this was, I guess this would have been 2 years ago. One of my finals teams had Elijah Mitchell on it, and Elijah Mitchell, didn't even start week 17. McCaffrey started, but the 49ers beat up the Commanders so bad that Elijah Mitchell ended up outscoring McCaffrey. McCaffrey had 14 rushes for 64 yards, 4 for 27 as a pass catcher, but Elijah Mitchell in garbage time racked up 16 points because he had 80 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown, which is just one of those funny things. You just you just don't know what's going to happen in week 17. Probably no super flex drafts today. Maybe I'll do a members only stream tomorrow. So if you are a member of the channel, if you click the join button, I will probably be doing a super flex draft on stream tomorrow. Is Jalen Waddle's current ADP an overreaction? Yeah. Yep. By the way, just to bring back the David Njoku point, tight end 6, Mike Clay, 73 receptions, 727 yards, 5 touchdowns. In fact, I don't know. Let's just look at the Dolphins just while we're here. While we're talking about Waddle. Yep, Waddle, 78, 963 and 4. Classic. Exactly. The golden projections on the Clay projections on Golden are pretty bullish. Jonnu, I'm a little bit less woke to Jonnu, but that really could just be bias. Fun fact on Bet365 in Canada, Debo and Njoku have the same receiving yardage line. Yeah. GM. All right, so all the running backs went. So we're going to keep doing what we do. Which means that I am probably going to select... Well, who am I going to take here? Dude behind me shouldn't take Mahomes. Mahomes at 98 would be sick. Does the guy behind me have a tight end? He's got McBride. All right, whatever. Yeah, let's take Mahomes. So we have Mahomes and Rice. And then assuming this guy doesn't take Kelsey, we'll take Kelsey. Mahomes at 95. That's pretty nice. There we go. All right. So after leaving round 9, we have Mahomes, Barkley, Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, George Pickens, Jacoby Myers, Matthew Golden, George Kittle, and Travis Kelce. Yes, I think... I believe I have McLaurin ranked over JSN. They're like very similar to me though. Who is the worst tight end pick on the board, and is it Jake Ferguson? I mean, Ferguson can... I'll tell you what. I don't have confidence in which one it is, but it's one of Kincaid or Pitts probably. God, I got to get that Pitts exposure down. I don't know what I was thinking. As Skeletor notes, anytime you can get an ADP value on the 12th best quarterback being drafted before round 10, you got to do it. Yeah. So 29% Chiefs this year instead of 30%. I don't have that many. Let's hear. Drafts completed. 153 drafts completed. Let's check our Chiefs exposure. 17% Worthy, 17% Brashard Smith, 12% Kelsey, 12% Rice, 10% Royals, 8% Mahomes. I am right in line with the market on Mahomes. Now, I also have a crazy amount of slow drafts happening right now. You know, I'm doing how many slows am I in? A lot of slows. Well, not that many. Probably was that like 30 maybe. But I'm not going too crazy on these guys. I don't know if Laporte is the worst tight end value. I am relatively light on him compared to the field. Laporta was the number 1 overall tight end 2 years ago, but it was PSX, brother. You're killing me. You're killing me. We are very proud Njoku drafters around here. So this will be a 2 quarterback, 2 tight end team. What sucks is I can't take Dak here because of the bye week stuff. I would actually love to just take Dak here and just be done. So that is like a smidgen annoying. This could end up being like a Daniel Jones or Tyler Shuck team. Damn, Tootin goes. That's pretty annoying. But you know what? Let's do Jack Besh and add Geno in as a double, actually. And then whichever running back is here. I don't know, maybe we get a guy I don't have very much. Or maybe take ETN here. Yeah, Warren does not feel that good to me. Although he's got the outs that Warren has are that Daniel Jones plays. Could take. You know what? I'm actually going to do a 3 quarterback team. I changed my mind. Wait, this might even be a 4 running back. This one's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a weirdo team. But we don't need 7 wide receivers on this team. Our wide receivers are Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, George Pickens, Jacoby Myers, Matthew Golden, and Jack Besh. We could be fine with 6 there. And I just don't think there was an obvious running back value there. Right? I wanted to take Tootin. Top of my rankings was Blue. But there's no way you could argue there was an obvious value there. The Browns are gonna in like 3 games this year. Yeah, they're not gonna win. I can talk you out of Shedeur pretty easily, which is that if you want Shedeur, you can go take Shedeur in the Superflex puppy. But what do you win when you win with Shedeur? You win a pass only quarterback who's going to start 9 games. Shedeur doesn't feel that good to me. I'd rather take Anthony Richardson. The ice in my protein shake didn't get melted all the way. So I got nothing here. GM one. Is Polk draftable now? I don't think so. Do you guys think Polk is draftable? I do not. I'd rather take Booty, honestly. GM to you, sir, from the 7 hole. Question 1, can Polk catch the ball? I don't know. The camp stuff doesn't seem great. Would I be higher on Shedeur if I owned an iced out Rolex? Probably. Yeah, I probably would be. Yeah, one of Polk or Baker is going to get cut for sure. So this is the team: Mahomes and Dak, Barkley, Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, George Pickens, Jacoby Myers, Matthew Golden, Jack Besh. I mean, we can be done at wide receiver, honestly, and then Kittle and Kelsey. About to just start tapping the button like crazy on running backs. Probably take 7 running backs on this team. Yeah, the Pats camp video of Polk and Baker dropping the first 2 passes. We are praying for our boy Drake May. Speaking of Drake May, we have a fun concept, I think, for the show on ship chasing today. I think you guys will like it. We're going to be predicting the biggest risers over the course of the summer. Okay, so I think we do Guerrero. Actually, you know what? The one I don't want to lose is Bigsby. Whatever running back comes back around is fine, but the one I don't want to lose is Bigsby. Very good chance we get Geno at our next pick. If not, this can be Dart. This can be Shuck. We've got outs. What are the odds Cam Ward outscores Drake May? Pretty high, probably. Sure, Tyler Algier. So now our running backs are Barkley, Bigsby, Algier. Yeah, it's okay. I think we recovered there. So the biggest risers in terms of draft capital. Yeah. We're taking a look at the board, and it'll be the biggest risers from now until the start of the season is the concept of the show. All right, so building this out, really want Jalen Wright on this team. Woody Marks, good fit for this team. Both the Denver guys, Jaleel and Estime, are good fits here. Really, I mean, this team is going to need Tank Bigsby to end up starting at running back for the Jaguars. See, I think this team is sick. I think I built kind of a cool team here because obviously the Dak Mahomes pairing is not going to happen all that often, but Geno's going to bail me out. Kelsey Kittle is fun. Really, I mean, the entirety of this team just comes down to, can Barkley repeat his performance from last year? If Barkley does, if Barkley scores 250 points, this team is going to be laughing, dude. Now, Barkley sucks. There was no saving this team anyway. So, what can you do? Geno is still on the board. Penix is okay. There's plenty of quarterbacks here. Got Roschon there. We have Jalen Wright. I need to stop drafting so much Roschon. Roschon is I think my most drafted player right now. Yeah, Geno is a third quarterback is just easy money, man. Geno is a third quarterback. What is the Mike Clay projection on Geno? Mike Clay projection on Geno. I bet it's really good. Actually, it's not that good. Quarterback 24. 3,800 yards, 19 tuds, 261 rushing yards. It's not. It's obviously not terrible. Not great either, though. Yeah, the ADP draft was very funny. The one for the video that's going to come out on Saturday. I literally got no fallers. I thought for sure it would be. All right, well, there you go. Geno goes. I don't think he seems that crazy low on Chase Brown. I just think there are okay. Well, first thing I'm going to do is take Roschon Johnson here. Nope. All right, we're going to take Jalen Wright. And then this is going to become well, we'll see what's available for us. Actually, this team needs Justice Hill. This team needs just the guy who's going to be on the field, and then we're going to figure it out at quarterback later. My pro shitter argument is what changed from when he was a consensus first-round pick. Well, he never was a consensus first-round pick, right? That's what changed. It was never the case. The NFL told us it was never the case. The NFL told us that never was a consensus. Could it be negative EV to open up BBM right now when the low dollar drafts drop because all the casuals flock to the new ones? No, I don't really think so. Because a person who's a quote unquote casual, there is no casual drafting on Underdog on May 29th. Is the thing. How many BBMs am I at? Completed 24. 24 Best Ball Mania drafts right now. Yes, a lot of early mocks had him there, but they were wrong. I just don't know how else to explain it. Like, when a player not only falls out of the first round entirely, but falls all the way to day 3, you are just in a totally different realm of player. Like, we're talking about a guy who got drafted after Dylan Gabriel. Thoughts on Harbaugh saying likely can be an all-pro? I mean, probably their best personnel is 12 personnel. So it would make sense to think that Andrews and Likely can both have strong correlated seasons. Like, who's the third wide receiver who needs to be on the field for the Baltimore Ravens? There really isn't one. I think you want a lot of 12 if you're the Ravens play caller. This is not well, I mean, Tom Brady would have been a terrible fantasy pick for you his first year. Your first year for Tom Brady, you would have gotten one completion for 6 yards. So if you would have went all in on Tom Brady, you would have had a really bad pick. So I would just consider that, thinking about drafting Shedeur. All right. Jackson Dart it is. Dart is the winner. Oh man, I did not check the bye week. If he would have been week 10, I would have been so tilted. And now we take Slayton. Perfect. Oh, that right there is money in the bank because he also correlates with our Raiders guys. So we have the Dyson Darts, Slayton, Besh, Myers, Dart. That is beautiful drafting, Davis. Yes, late picks succeed all the time, but Shedeur is unlikely to start 17 games. Shedeur is also unlikely to be a good fantasy asset while playing. Like Shedeur most weeks is going to project for 13 underdog points kind of at best. So Shedeur is a parlay of not going to play very much and also not very fantasy friendly. I would rather take Jalen Milroe if I was trying to gamble on a quarterback starter. And I was more pro Shedeur than sort of your average fantasy football person. I think this sounds about right. I think Shedeur does probably play about 6-7 games. That I would take the higher on underdog has line set for game started by Cleveland quarterbacks. I would take the higher on 2.5 for Shedeur. Yeah, the coaching staff even giving any lip service to Dillon Gabriel is crazy. Yeah, Flacco, Pickett, Shedeur. I mean, Gabriel's gonna play too. I mean, make no mistake about that, brother. Gabriel is gonna play, man. That is happening. Dart and Chuck also both run a little bit. That to me, that is a big difference. Dart, pretty good little scrambler, actually. I would say Flacco most likely to start week 1. Shedeur probably week 17 though. Well, this is definitely not true. Dillon Gabriel's teammates are gonna like Dillon Gabriel is a very likable young man. So I would say this is certainly not true that no one in that locker room wants to play for Gabriel. Gabriel is a good dude. His teammates will like him a good bit. Dillon Gabriel, just like a huge winner in college. Like all that dude did was win games. So I don't know, man. I can definitely see Brown's teammates wanting Gabriel to start. All right, one final running back. We got the Kansas City stuff. Let's do estimate. Final team, Pat Mahomes. Oh shit. Gotta go completed. The Hound. Okay, wait, I gotta refresh. Completed the Pug. Final team, Pat Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Jackson Dart, Saquon Barkley, Tank Bigsby, Tyler Algier, Jalen Wright, Justice Hill, Audric Estime, Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, George Pickens, Jacoby Myers, Matthew Golden, Jack Bash, Darius Slayton, George Kittle, Travis Kelce. Beautiful. That was a good team. I like that team. That one was pretty strong. I think this is probably true. Zach Moss is probably pretty good round 18 pick. Sounds like he's healthy. Yeah. All right, so we just did a pug. Let's hop back into the Hound Dog. 5 entry max, $20,000 first place. Bada bing, bada boom. Hound Dog. Baxter, thank you for hanging out, man. Thank you for being a member of the channel. These 20-second drafts, man. Literally my favorite thing in the universe. Liam was convincing me yesterday about Dobbins and Tracy. Yeah, I'm not convinced at all on Dobbins, frankly. Tracy, sure. Not convinced in any way, shape, or form about Dobbins. Already maxed the Hound Dog. Time to max the Pug today. All right. This will be a Jefferson team. Beautiful. Well, maybe if the team cooperates. GM Scott. Hope you're having a great day, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for filling the rooms. The more Dobbins slides, the more I'm gonna have 5%. I don't know. I guess around 18 Dobbins is not that bad, but doesn't seem that good. Wow. All right. I guess we're doing another Barkley one. Dude, snap Jefferson off on me. Thank you, Mr. Curse. And I appreciate the contrarian take on Shadur. All right, big stuff here. Mathology did a deep dive on the Stephon Diggs video. Either a dog propaganda video or throwing shade towards Cardi B as she was on the boat but not present. Well, yes, that is why everyone was responding to that video by saying everyone was quote tweeting it with that old video of the Minnesota Vikings all saying that Diggs was the one they would not want to date their sister. I saw Scattaboo is wearing 44 the other day. Yeah, fullback ass number. Who is the lowest quarterback by ADP that you're comfortable anchoring a 2 quarterback build? I'm good. Frankly, I'm good with like Trevor Lawrence and Geno Smith. That's fine. That's fine by me. Do you think this year could be kind of anti-correlation, kind of like how wide receiver builds were so popularized last year and running back was what you needed? I mean, no way to know, right? I don't even think there's a way to project that. You're killing me, dude. Killing me, Jaden. Taking Jefferson from me. This is back-to-back Barkley teams. Disgusting, bro. We just don't know, brother. Sometimes I think I'm sleeping on Cam and need to mix him in some more. Cam and Ridley can have a sneaky great season, I think, comparative to their ADP. A draft theme suggestion, especially for Davis, because your regrets from last year. Draft as if all your strategies from last year were 100% correct. That is a funny one. So what I could do is I could pull up all my exposures from last year and try and get all the guys I like had over 20% of or something. What's my lowest exposure for first round players right now? It's a good question. I bet it's one of these guys, and it's totally on accident. Nico, Neighbors, Brian Thomas, just kind of the luck of the draw. Honestly, I would guess. It's not that I have anything specifically against any one of them. All right, let's do T. Higgins this time. I think I did Fields and Rice last time, so we'll do Higgins and someone else this time. If my QB1 is lower than Purdy, I usually go 3 quarterbacks. You know, it's just I just do I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, honestly, with the quarterback stuff. I just don't. I think it's like the range of outcomes there is so wide, and the layering of the points matters so much. All right, we're gonna get a little weird. I'm gonna do Devontae Adams here. Barkley, Higgins, Adams. You know what? I need to update my exposures. Drafts completed. Exposure. Grab exposures. NFL exposure captured. There you go. All right. So my exposures inside these tabs should be a little bit more accurate now. Barkley, T. Higgins, Devontae Adams. What a start. How high would you draft Wandale if you knew the Dart was starting 14 games? I mean, I think Dart is going to start like 13 games, 12 games anyway. Only sharps. Only sharps are wait, hold on. Who was I trying to highlight? Crutches. Only sharps are taking Devontae Adams ahead of ADP Crutches, I heard. Stephon to max the triple play today. I probably won't play any baseball today, actually. Wait, there's a gimme pick in the lobby, and I think it's about to expire. Guys, give me plays here. This because it's about to expire, so I need to use this gimme pick while we're finishing this one up before, because I can't let that one expire. Need NBA picks. Fresh sub, love the vibe. Joey, welcome, man. Good morning. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for joining the channel. We appreciate you, man. Well, I don't know if Barkley at 3 is that unreal. Ferret. Okay. All right. Alex is weighing in with an absolute earthworm play here. Ferret over 8.5 kills. Let's go NBA. Let's do Neesmith. Can I do a slide? Neesmith, 1.5 3-pointers. NHL, who plays tonight? Oh, hell yeah. Rantanen for a point. Perfect. And what else? I can't take a Halliburton under. Whatever. This is good. Apply the gimme pick. How does this work? I might have to do this on the app, right? Okay, I might have to do it. I might have to do it on the app. Yeah, everyone is going to be on Halliburton overs. It's true. All right. This actually would be a great bit from Underdog. The ability to wager on YouTube best ball streamers, advance rate higher or lower. Oh, where's my phone? Okay. Wow. Chaz Michelson, bro, do not take Hunter. Don't take him, bro. You don't want him. Yeah, how about that? Who did he take instead of Hunter? George Kittle over Hunter, brother? Crazy. All right. David Kitchen just texted me and said he's out for tomorrow's. Yeah, Faker is one of the, I forget the positions for LOL, but Faker is like one of the best of his. He is like the best in the world at his position. All right, well, let's switch it up a little bit. I did a true hero running back last time. I'll take Harvey this time. Faker is the best mid laner in the world? Is that it? Faker is mid lane. Dude, I got it. How about that? Best mid laner in the world. There you go. How about that for some ball knowing? Okay, here we go. What did I say? Ferret, 8.5 kills. Mikko Rantanen for a point. And I had one more. What was the other one? Aaron Neesmith 3s. Aaron Neesmith 1.5 3s. And then who does Paige Beckers play today? No, but Sabrina plays. No, Paige does play today. So let's go Paige. We'll go Paige, 5.5 assists. Bang. I will put $50 on this. Standard, play for $342. Yeah, this guy are terrible. Is Paige banged up? That I do not know. Whose tape do I like more? I like out of Hampton, Harvey, and Henderson. I like Caleb Johnson. I like Caleb Johnson the best of those guys. Hold on. I'm gonna tweet this link and then I'll put it in the chat. All right. Bang. Done. Okay, there we go. Liberty are like 18-point favorites. I mean, I gotta be. I'll keep it 100% real with you guys. I've only watched the Indiana Fever play this year. But here you go. Here is the. If you are wanting to tail that guy, there you go. I did put it in the I did put it in the chat. This is hold on. Because there's a gimme pick in the lobby. Here you go. Here it is. Halliburton gimme. Ferret 8.5 kills. Mikko Rantanen for a point. Neesmith 1.5 3-pointers made. Paige Beckers higher than 5.5 assists. There you go. But just had to get that out of the way because you can't be missing those free plays in the lobby. Liberty are good, but their opponents are trash too. How good is? Okay, I got to take Pearsall here. Yeah, this is easy. That's actually a little bit of a gift there. How good is Sabrina now? Like, is Sabrina like first team all WNBA? Is she like an all-star? Like, where are we at with Sabrina? This is not fair. Although, well, it is fair for you to say this is only watching the Indiana Fever right wing slappy. It's just that. Hold on. All right, we'll do another weird one. I'm gonna take Laporta here. I never really take Laporta. It's just, there are a limited number of hours in the day, and it's like I like the WNBA, I like women's basketball, but I don't. I'm not like a diehard WNBA fan. So if there's a big WNBA game, I will watch, or I'll watch the playoffs or whatever. Is drafting Jalen Milroe at 10% crazy? I bought into the idea of him being a skeleton in a Week 17 game. 10% feels a little aggressive to me. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, Baxter. You want to draft a bunch of Milroe right now? Go play the Superflex puppy. See, this I don't agree with, because I really enjoyed watching Sabrina Ionescu at Oregon, and I actually Sabrina Ionescu's rookie year, it was COVID times, and so no one had anything going on. I watched a bunch of the Liberty her rookie year. Okay. Back to the team. I meant to address this. I lost the comment. Here we go. My boy Chaz Michael Michelson. He's a Diami over Hunter guy. I respect you, CBK. I respect you, and I respect your process, and I respect you as a drafter, but I just think you're wrong. I think the Travis Hunter stuff is not expanding your mind. I think okay. I'll give you a comp. I think Hunter is sort of similar to the difference between CeeDee Lamb before he broke out. So I think the difference, Lamb, is how people thought about Lamb in 2021 versus how they thought about him after 2022, where he'd maxed out at 79 receptions, 1,100 yards, and 6 touchdowns before he went absolutely nuclear ballistic in 2022. I think it's a lack of imagination. Not saying you're wrong. I can totally see how the Travis Hunter stuff goes. I was arguing about this with Jacob Sanderson on ADP Chasing on Tuesday. He was, like, oh, I have 35% Travis Hunter, which I think was insane. All right, so I missed on Burrow. I got lots going on here. I'm going to take a guy I moved up a good bit of my rankings. I moved up Emeka Egbuka like quite a chunk in my last rankings update. Dude's a freaking first-round wide receiver. Stop overthinking it. Yeah, CD had, people do forget, CD had the biggest fake alpha allegations. Elena Del Don was my absolute favorite for a long time. When because she was like one of the first like kind of like crossover superstars. Big fan of Elena Del Don. Well, you ain't gonna get an argument from me because I love Jameson Williams Fantasy Football Garage. What do we do? Do we take Jordan Mason and push quarterback? I got a lot of quarterbacks open, right? I have Stafford, Lawrence, Purdy, Goff. Yeah. I think we take Mason here, and I think we push it. So Barkley, Harvey, Mason, T. Higgins, Devontae Adams, Travis Hunter, Ricky Pearsall, Emeka Egbuka, Sam Laporta. I think that was the right decision to try and push it to 118. Yeah, top exactly. Emeka Egbuka, top 20 pick, not just first round. This is not Xavier Leggett. As an OSU homer, Emeka comp throughout his time here was JSN easily, all-time receptions leader. Now, Alex, answer me this. Is it not a little bit of a tell that so many great wide receivers have played at Ohio State University and that he is the all-time receptions and receiving yards leader. I feel, yes, exactly. AW hit it for me as well. The all-time leader of those stats at OSU is kind of negative. Alcoholic Saints fan says that Jordan Mason is the best running back value pick on the board. By the way, incredible avatar, incredible profile picture for Mr. Saints fan here. Jordan Mason. It's what is the? It's Anakin when he's saying, "I slaughtered them all, the women and the children." Yeah, what did I need an OSU homer to weigh in. What was the NIL compensation for Mr. Igbuka his final season? Austin Eckler is the best running back value on the board. Nah, I don't think so. Eckler's fine, but I wouldn't say the best value. Good value though. Good pick, I think. Jeremiah Smith, dude. Jeremiah Smith is so much better than Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams, this is gonna surprise you guys. This will be a fun journey down some data. So Ryan Williams, everyone remembers that crazy game against Georgia, right? So surely he's smashing all these other games. Right? Ryan Williams basically didn't do shit in his other games. Ryan Williams maxed out. He only had over 4 receptions twice. He had 2 100-yard games, 3 for 8 in their bowl game, right? 2 for 37 against Oklahoma, 4 for 53 against Missouri. Oh, shit, I'm on the clock real quick. All right, and it worked out. We get a quarterback here. We get Trevor Lawrence, so I think pushing it was definitely the right move there, right? I guess we took Trevor Lawrence a little bit ahead of ADP, but we're going to keep pushing it at the next one. Igbuka had a $1 million NIL money. Okay. All right, so Lawrence there. I mean, this is just crazy ADP value on Ingram. Ingram ADP 109, pick 123. Sure. Why not? I definitely disagree with this. ETN was like one of the worst players in the NFL last year. So it's hard for me to really like a guy who was so bad. Like, I think that if you wanted to say there was a big value in that backfield, I would say if you want to fade Tootin, I would say Bigsby would be your guy because ETN was so bad. Here, let me pull up his data. So ETN last year, he only forced 17 missed or broken tackles. He averaged 2.48 yards after contact. He got the ball 150 times and averaged 3.7 yards per carry, 3.8 yards per carry the year before. As a receiver, he's career 1.05 yards per route run. His breakaway rate last year was 19%. Yeah, I think ETN is just probably toast. Well, if the Jags quit on the coach, then why was Bigsby so much better than him? If the Jaguars quit, why was Bigsby so much better? And I don't even really like Tank Bigsby. I mean, I think Tank is fine. So Bigsby last year forced 46 missed tackles compared to ETN's 17. His breakaway rate was 31% compared to 18% for ETN. He averaged 3.74 yards after contact average. So, got to be honest, Christian, I think I disagree with you. But I mean, look, if you want to take ETN, I get it. But I don't think there's any evidence that ETN is any good anymore. Who averaged more yards after contact than? That's a good question. By PFF, by position. Where do I go? Rushing reports, halfback rushing reports, minimum rush attempts, 20% of 436. Yards after contact average. Bigsby was third in the NFL, behind only Bucky Irving and Antonio Gibson. ETN not even on the first page, so I gotta go to the second. Well, ETN's just not in here. Oh, hold on, I gotta pick. Yeah, I'll take McCarthy. Whatever, I'll take McCarthy, and I'll stack him up with Ty Felton. Acting like I won't backstack JJ McCarthy. All right, here we go. The only players in the NFL with worse yards after contact than ETN. There are 4 players, and they're exactly who you'd think. DeAndre Swift, Javonte Williams, Alexander Madison, and Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah, pretty bad. Speaking of the devil, Tank Bigsby. Perfect. Trevor Lawrence, JJ McCarthy, Saquon Barkley, RJ Harvey, Jordan Mason, Tank Bigsby, T. Higgins, Devontae Adams, Travis Hunter, Ricky Pearsall, Emeka Egbuka, Sam Laporta, Evan Ingram. You certainly could make an argument I should have just taken Matthew Stafford on this team with Adams, but I think McCarthy has... Honestly, I do think McCarthy probably has a higher Week 17 ceiling. Right now, I am reading Woody Guthrie's autobiography, Ty. Woody Guthrie. I don't even remember what it's called. It is called Bound for Glory. And it is a great read. Would greatly encourage it for everyone. Yeah, I've got Tootin is one of my highest drafted guys. Soups, yes. What week do you want me to sort by? Nick, this is the Hound Dog, and I'll probably do another Hound Dog next. I play a little bit of PGA DFS, not much, just not a ton of time for it. Yes, Brian, I would say this is my biggest passion right now. I've been reading a ton of history books, actually. I just read, actually, I super recommend this one. I just read the book called 1066 Year of Conquest by David Howarth. This is one of my favorite history books that I've read in a long time. Yes, yeah, we Dan and I, Dan and Brian and I will be doing some run the sim stuff when they get their golf stuff out. Yeah, I have Patrick Cantlay is my one and done this week. Yeah, Norman Conquest, Battle of Hastings, at 10 out of 10 stuff. So good. All right. Should I take Matt Stafford? Should I do a third quarterback? You know what? I will. We're living a little. I can probably get away with 5 running backs on this team. Third quarterback. Why not? Oh, I've heard this one is great. 1491. It would be the Run the Sims tool will be salary cap DFS focused. I'm gonna take Jalen Wright, Lawrence, McCarthy, Stafford, Barkley, Harvey, Mason, Tank Bigsby, Jalen Wright, T. Higgins, Devontae Adams, Travis Hunter, Ricky Pearsall, Emeka Egbuka, Sam Laporta, and Evan Ingram. Beautiful. Give me the elevator pitch on Chaos, Skeletor. I have not done any weekly winners yet. No, King what? I probably will, but I just haven't done it yet. I have read Blood Meridian, Cormac McCarthy, 10 out of 10. Truly a great novel. What if you did a big money draft where the chat makes the picks and anyone who makes a $10 super chat donation gets a portion of the winnings divided evenly? It's just tough to, I have to, I think there is a way to do polls, but I don't know exactly how to do it. There is a way inside of StreamYard, which is the software I do, to do polls, but I would have to perfect that first. We were soldiers once and young. It's an army infantry officer staple, and the entire second half of the book was not in the movie. If we're doing date books, 1619. What is the date? What is the big date of 1619? I can't think. 1619. I guess that would be like pre-American Revolution stuff. Is this a safe space to say I like Daryl Cooper? I don't know. Who is Daryl Cooper? Is he like a right-wing anti-historian? CIA conspiracy theory. Okay. Chaos dives into Charles Manson and the family, associations with the CIA. Okay. 1619 is about the slave trade. Okay. Okay, Chaos, I will add it to the list. Eggers, the contest has already been won. Okay, Daryl Cooper is a YouTube history pod. Okay. My favorite history podcast is Hardcore History, obviously. I mean, hardcore history is the nuts. I'm taking Ty Felton right now because I'll be too tilted if I lose him. Right-wing history podcaster. Yeah, tough. I mean, history obviously needs to be studied from both a leftist and a right-wing, like a conservative perspective, but I am not going to do the framed as right-wing, but he's definitely not. Okay. Oh, a Holocaust denier. Tough. All right. De'Ami Brown got taken. Should we do Tutu? Sure. A little bit Tutu never hurt nobody. Well, King what? More and more. All right. Trevor Lawrence, J.J. McCarthy, Matthew Stafford, Saquon Barkley, R.J. Harvey, Jordan Mason, Tank Bigsby, Jalen Wright, T. Higgins, Devontae Adams, Travis Hunter, Ricky Pearsall, Emeka Egbuka, Ty Felton, Tutu Atwell, Sam Laporta, Evan Ingram. Yeah, when Fantasy Football Garage says he goes on vacations, he listens to Dan Carlin for 8 hours a day. I do the Dan Carlin thing on the weekends when I'm doing housework. So like if I need to like if I'm like, oh, I'm repairing the gutters, I'm mowing the lawn, I'm cleaning the rock garden or whatever, I always throw on an old Dan Carlin. I just listened to last weekend. I got a bunch of work done on the house. I re-listened to Twilight of the Icer, which is about like the pre-Viking stuff. Yeah, it absolutely goated for housework. Dan Carlin. Oh, CBK, he's about to take Brashard Smith, bro. All right, who should my final pick be here? Because I got Felton with McCarthy. I have Hunter with Lawrence. I've got Stafford double stacked. I mean, I can really take whoever I want, I guess. All right. I mean, I could take another running back. Oh, both Corum and Hunter got taken, huh? I admire Snacks 26 for still taking Marshawn Lloyd. I got super spooked on Marshawn Lloyd. After that report yesterday. Not good. Could do a little Ja'Cory Krosky merit. This is real. The problem with reading is that it's an activity that makes it hard to draft best ball teams. Yeah, because you can listen to a history podcast or you can listen to whatever and still draft best ball teams. But I do I don't know, man. I try and make the report on Marshawn Lloyd is that he is still with the rehabbing group of players for the Packers. So he's not participating in organized team activities. He's still, basically the report is he's still injured. So pretty bad that this dude had 4 injuries last year and he's still injured. Well, Blake, I got to be real with you. I don't love Ty Felton like the player, but I do love the Minnesota Vikings offense. Yes, if any of you guys don't know about this, if you have a library card, which you all should as grown men, there is an app that you can get on your phone. It is called Libby. You put your library card information in there. You know what? I'm taking Brashard Smith. You can't stop me. Put your library card information in there, and you can get free audiobooks and ebooks that you can download right to like your Kindle or your iPad. Or whatever. $0. It's sick. Yeah, there's definitely a joke to be made about Libby and reading. Dennis Allen is trying to put Lloyd on IR right now. True. All right, this team was sick. This team was good. Trevor Lawrence, J.J. McCarthy, Matthew Stafford, Saquon Barkley, R.J. Harvey, Jordan Mason, Tank Bigsby, Jalen Wright, Rashard Smith, T. Higgins, Devontae Adams, Travis Hunter, Ricky Pearsall, Emeka Egbuka, Ty Felton, Tutu Atwell, Sam Laporta, and Evan Ingram. My team didn't have a single wide receiver one. Ricky Pearsall. All right, let's do one more. I'm gonna do a pug. Actually no, Hound Dog's closer to filling. We're gonna do one more Hound Dog. One more Hound Dog. And then I gotta go record a take cast. So we're gonna get out of here after this. Well, I hope we don't get Barkley on this one. That would be a little bit annoying. Didn't do as good of a job on the timestamps today. Too much going on. So I only if you're listening to this on replay, I only have timestamps for when the drafts are starting and ending. Hound Dog, best ball 1.4. Let me tell you my favorite, it's not exactly a history book, but Libra by Dom DeLillo. This is one of my, it's a fictionalized retelling. It's not a retelling. It's a fictionalized version of the story of Lee Harvey Oswald and the Kennedy assassination. Oh, Justin Jefferson at 4. Sign me up, dude. Let's go. This is just one of my favorite books. It's awesome. So good. Libra by Dom DeLillo. I'm not getting, I should get a freaking Amazon affiliate, but I don't. Yes, I will post that right now. So if you're in the Discord, if you're a YouTube member, here you go. It's in there. Oh yeah, I've read Siddhartha by Herman Hesse. I've probably read that like 5 times, Tony. Yeah, that is another big recommendation for me. Siddhartha by Herman Hesse. Great book. This is a good question. I have no fear about the Lions offense, actually. Are you guys scared about the Lions offense without Ben Johnson? Because I'm not at all. I think the Lions offense is basically not gonna skip a beat. All right, I don't want to get canceled on here. Duke, that might be a better question for the Discord. Oh man. Come on, give me JT. Give me the Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor. It's just so nutted. Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson is an insane start. Yeah, there we go. Bang. Justin Jefferson, this must be a real Piss Boys draft. Oh, not really. Difficult schedule raises all the pass catchers. I agree. Yeah. As someone who saw the Eagles offense go from what it was with Steichen to Johnson a few years ago, I have some fear. People do forget this. Dan Campbell was an offensive player. Also, yeah, this is the big. You get big differences based on what century and what period of history you were analyzing at when it comes to conservative, liberal, left, right. Ben Johnson is really the guy we think of. Aren't the Bears highly undervalued? I think so. I think I have all the Bears ranked ahead of ADP, actually. Exactly. Campbell just feels like a defensive player. Wow. Trey McBride at 28. Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, Trey McBride. We are partying. That is a sick start right there. JT. That could be running back 1, wide receiver 1, tight end 1 right there. Yeah, so actually this is a great example. This is a great example of how you can interpret ancient history through various lenses. Some people do actually think the Roman Empire basically fell because of woke, because of like immigration and things like that. Some people think the Roman Empire fell because they became Christian, that Christianity became the dominant religion. Like, you get lots of different answers for why the Roman Empire failed, and you can interpret things how, you know, your worldview is going to. Yes, exactly. They debased this is a big thing, right? They debased their currency. The Roman Empire went through a period of crazy inflation. Oh, see, I think this is a little unfair, because you guys can think whatever you want about my politics, and some of you would agree with me and some of you wouldn't about my politics and my political beliefs, but I resent the idea that that right-wing thinkers get to think about the Roman Empire, and that it's like, I think about the Roman Empire. I was thinking about the Roman Empire today. I was just listening to a podcast about, I was just listening to a podcast about the Second Punic War this morning. Oh man. Okay, let's take Devonta. I think about Rome all the time. I think this is fair. I think thinking about the Roman Empire is kind of uniting, actually, between left and right-wing thinkers. Wow, a high compliment. I'm a reasonable lib. I think that is a fine way to describe me, as a reasonable lib. I have no objections to being described that way. I think we probably got to take Roman Wilson in round 18. There is a Roman Empire gladiator joke there. Okay, I gotta do Hurts. Gotta do Hurts here. So we have the quarterback 1, we have the running back 1, we have the wide receiver 1, and the tight end 1. So I think I just shipped the Hound Dog here. This is I would guess majority right wing, probably right wing leaning. Best ball players are probably more. But as Michael Jordan has said, Republicans draft best ball teams too, right? I don't think this makes you weird to not think about the Roman Empire. Like, probably a lot of I would guess most of my real life friends probably don't think about the Roman Empire much. I think that feels about right. About 70%. Yeah. Hurts, Taylor, Jefferson. I am going to be a little bit. Look at this queue. What is happening? This must be a really running back heavy. Yeah, we've got Mixon, Harvey, Walker, Henderson. Running back 2 is going to get a little think here. Had the plague of Justinian not fallen at 540-ish, the Empire may have been restored. Well, Then you start thinking about do you count the Byzantine Empire as part of the Roman Empire, right? Because the Byzantines themselves thought of themselves as Romans. One spot is gifting us. Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, Hubbard Kamara. I mean, this dude, he's going hard, bro. I respect it. Yeah, I think this is probably a fair way to assess myself. Should I take Jacoby or Pearsall? I'm taking Pearsall. I just like him more. I just like Pearsall more. Yeah, this is currently my biggest pet peeve is that I tweeted about this the other day, that being jacked is now political. Nothing has ever made me more annoyed than that being jacked is now political. Like, guess what, man? Everyone should fucking lift weights. Everyone should go to the gym, put 45s on the bar. Yes, sure, guys. If you don't, we don't need to get too political in the chat. You know, this is it's a safe space. You know, we're just here to draft Ricky Pearsall and Jaden Reed. Oh, I can't even do the RFK Jr. I don't draft best ball because it hurts. All right, and we got okay. Damn, I was gonna say we got Jacoby Myers anyway, but we didn't. Okay, actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of a weird thing here. I'm gonna take Pollard, and I'm just gonna accept being a little bit behind at wide receiver. We got no shared bye weeks with Jefferson, Devonta, and Pearsall. We got the elite tight end. RFK is kind of like me doing Pete doing Davis. Not to get political, but I am all in on Kyler Murray this year. There was a good Coach Speak Index quote. There was a good Coach Speak Index scene where the Cardinals offensive coordinator was talking about Kyler running more, which I thought was interesting. We are united in our knowledge that we're all going to lose anyways. Look at this. Judkins after DeAndre Swift is pretty interesting. Man, that maybe was a bad decision actually to take Pollard there. You know what I should have done? I should have just taken Caleb Johnson here because I think there's a pretty big gap in overall range of outcomes between Caleb Johnson and Pollard. Let's see. What does Mr. Clay have? Clay has Caleb Johnson. Wow, he's got Jalen Warren for a lot of work. Caleb Johnson for 222 rushes in 14 games. So almost 1,000 yards, 7 rushing touchdowns, only 39 targets. I would be a bit bummed. by that. What does he have, my boy? What does he have Pollard for? Pollard, he has for basically the same. 218 rushes, 942 yards, 5 touchdowns, 55 targets, though. I think the Steph Diggs cocaine video is affecting his ADP a little bit. I still like Hollywood. Let's see how much. What do I have on Hollywood? Hollywood Brown, I have ranked at 121. His ADP is 129, and I've drafted 6.5% of him. It's tough though because I do like Besh more. Okay, wide receiver, we got the week 17 correlation. Yeah, I think Luther, man, out with the soft tissue injury in May. Yeah, frankly, wide receiver 1 doing coke, classic wide receiver 1 behavior. Yeah. Like I've said it many times. You want your wide receiver 1 acting like a diva, right? I mean, that is well, we know that's what we want. All right. I mean, if Sabala the Bala, interesting username, does not take Igbuka here, I think I'm going to. And if he does, oh damn, I kind of wanted Kyler. Yeah, we'll take Igbuka. Because we might get Purdy, we've got McCarthy. Man, I love JJ McCarthy for fantasy. A guy who is on a yacht doing pink powder and acting to be called daddy should not fall in ADP. I am aligned. Although clearly I do not. I think Diggs is probably not a great pick anyways, because it sounds like he's not going to be ready to go early on. I don't know. Diggs is a hard buy for me personally. I'm also worried that May is not as good as I think he is, right? Could be a bit of an issue. Like if May is I'm not fudding. I'm not fudding. I mean, I have not moved my Diggs ranking in a couple weeks. He's been at the same spot. I have him ranked 81. He goes 76. Logan Diggs. No idea who this player is. Shout out to him for being in the player pool, though. We have Hurts, JT, Pollard, Justin Jefferson, Devonta Smith, Ricky Pearsall, Luther Burden, Emeka Egbuka, and Trey McBride. So I guess we take a running back at the next pick. This was a great tweet. The best tweet was, if only Polk and Baker had their veteran mentor. I'm not slandering Drake May, but ooh, do we take Loveland? Loveland could be fun here. What pick am I at? 117. We could do the Mark Andrews dip. Sure. A little bit of a Mark Andrews ADP faller. There wasn't anyone I was like dying to take there. And I value the ADP fall more than the week 17 correlation. My hot take is that wide receiver is one giant tier from Tet to Diggs. That is a hot take. Yeah, I think it's hard for me to see Douglas like really getting on the field a ton. I don't know. No, I mean, I like Kyle Williams. I think likely is fine. Well, where does Diggs work into this equation, brother? All right, I'm just taking McCarthy now because I'll be too tilted if I miss him. I will be pick 124 is fine. Matt says Diggs is out. Matt says Diggs is toast. That I disagree with. I mean he's gonna have a lot of chances. I disagree with the idea of him being toast. That just doesn't feel accurate to me. 9 new subscribers today. Thumbs up to that. I mean, Ramondre now is just a handcuff, right? Is this toast you speak of the color pink? Yeah, I mean, you don't trade a guy like Pop Douglas, because he's cost controlled labor. You know, he's just gonna be on the team. After the last ADP chasing, talking about Bowers, my boy was in 2 BBMs, and 2 different people took Bowers pick 101. No, I promise you the politics talk will be at a minimum. Maybe we'll do some more of that on the members only. I think Zach Moss has moved himself into a draftable range. All right. Buck has won this battle. I'm just taking Tank Bigsby ahead of ADP now. Bigsby, I think, is a pretty cromulent bet to start multiple games. I did not think the likely quotes were really all that bearish for Mark Andrews. That was not the way I read it. Ramondre is a handcuff. You're not going to get good standalone value from Ramondre. Ramondre will get like 8 rushes a game or something, and the Patriots offense is not going to be good enough. Patriots are going to be, I don't know, the 17th best offense in the NFL or something. I don't know. I would bet that he does not hold that goal line running back role. I would bet Travion ends up with a larger portion of that than you would anticipate. Trey Benson, I don't know, man. Rashad White, Tyler Algier. Can't I just take Leggett? I'm going to. I don't even think he correlates with anything, but those running backs all felt pretty flat. And I have Jonathan Taylor, so this team's dead if he's not good anyways. I don't know. Maybe I need to just think more about that situation, but I found myself just not being all that high on Trey Benson. Who's my highest exposure player that scares you the most? I mean, I'm sure it's got to be Worthy, right? Yeah, JMO, Worthy, Hunter. Sure, Hunter at 17.6%. That's pretty scary. Hunter at 17% is pretty scary. Like, I'm not an idiot. I know that the Travis Hunter stuff can go sideways pretty quickly, right? Yeah, I started early today because ship chasing is this afternoon at 2 p.m. Central Time, and I was not able to get a take cast scheduled Tuesday or Wednesday because of the long weekend. So having to record it today. So I'm recording with Tej Seth from Sumer Sports in 45 minutes from now. I've gotten no confirmation on this. I've gotten no confirmation on this, but I can't imagine a pick 6 would not count for points. Ryan, when you get to the future, I don't know. I've not thought that deeply about it, but I know that Ryan Williams was not that productive relative to his status in the game. Like, he I mean, he was good, right? All right, another. Actually, you know what? I'm taking Jalen Wright over Roshan Johnson on this team. I've been a little bit Rashad. I've been a little bit Jalen Wright pilled. My boy Sam Sherman got me there. Yeah, Ryan Williams, super young. Mike Clay's pretty high on Eckler. Yeah, he's more than a chaperone, I think. I think Eckler is slightly better than a chaperone. The issue is he's what is he, 31, 30, you know? He is a running back who is over the age hill. The right pill is basically like if Alexander Madison is as washed as I think Alexander Madison is, then and I get Roshan anyway. Like Jalen Wright should ostensibly be the running back 2 on a really productive lineup. I'm sure there is some method. I don't know. I know Mike Clay's really smart and I respect Mike Clay's work. So I like his projections. And I think, don't get me wrong, I think Ollie is still pretty strong. I don't think a round 7 running back really messes. What was Wright's ADP in the big board? You know, it couldn't have been much different than I don't remember what it was, but it couldn't have been much different than it was right now. I don't know if I buy this because okay, let's go look at the 2024 Raiders. So the 2024 Raiders, week 4 against the Cleveland Browns. They won this game. Zamir White had 17 rushes. Madison had 5. And Abdullah didn't even play in that game. So Madison for the 2024 Raiders, he started a couple games. They lost all of them. I guess he did get to 132 rushes. I don't know. Call me crazy, but I don't feel great about my 4th round pick tackling running backs and expending energy on X amount of snaps with 0% chance of fantasy points. Look, I get it. I don't, ooh. 3rd place finisher in Best Ball Mania. People forget. Charlie finished 3rd place in Best Ball Mania 3. Just add on to these Ty Felton bags. Thank you, Charlie. You're a good man. If you don't like Diggs, you do Kyle Williams or Hunter Henry. Issue taking Ford, Sampson, and Judkins. Yeah, Nick, frankly, I think it's terrible. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I think that's awful. I think you can take Ford and Sampson. I think you can take 2 of the 3. I would not take all 3. Ollie doesn't seem like that weird of a fit to me because he is just, dude, the guy's a freaking tank, man. He's just, the guy weighs 230 pounds. He's going to be a really good goal line back if they want to use him that way. Actually, I think he's kind of comparable to, do I have any good, what's a good running back to take here? Let's say Jordan James. Sure. Yeah, he's kind of Braylon Allen-y. Well, Hunter Henry led the Patriots in targets last year and finished tight end 16 or whatever. No, there will never be a repeat Best Ball Mania champion. The contest is too big. Contest is way too big. People honestly do forget that Ollie Gordon was far and away the best running back in college football in 2023. Like, not even close. Yeah, repeat winner would be would be truly all time. What kind of fantasy influencer poll? I mean, Herzig has been the closest. Herzig has made the finals all 5 years. My general YouTube goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers before the start of the season. That is my only goal. So just kind of doing whatever it takes to get there. A double BBM champion would make a lot of money. Yeah, in subscriptions and stuff. All right. We've got Jalen Hurts and JJ McCarthy, Jonathan Taylor, Tony Pollard, Tank Bigsby, Jalen Wright, Roshan Johnson, Jordan James, Justin Jefferson, Devonta Smith, Ricky Pearsall, Luther Burden, Emeka Egbuka, Xavier Leggett, and Ty Felton. Yeah, if only someone had actually promoted a subathon and then told people to subscribe. Yeah, I do some shorts, not as many, obviously not as many as I could or should, but I do some. No, Liam for sure had a live team last year. I do know, oh man, I'm going to forget his name. This is shitty of me. I'm going to take Dontavian Wicks as my final guy. So the guy who won, I want to say the year that I want to say the guy who won in 2022. Yes, the guy who won the year that Liam won on DraftKings. I believe his name is King Capital. That might sound right. I'm going to forget his name. And if you're listening, bro, I'm sorry. But a thing I do know about him is that he took Jamar Chase in every draft. Jamar Chase's rookie year. He did I think in the DraftKings Millionaire, I think he literally had 85% Jamar Chase or something. So shout out to that guy. I just remember thinking that was a cool ass strategy. Okay. Final team: Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, Trey McBride, Devonta Smith, Jalen Hurts, Ricky Pearsall, Tony Pollard, Luther Burden, Emeka Egbuka, Mark Andrews, JJ McCarthy, Tank Bigsby, Xavier Leggett, Jalen Wright, Roshan Johnson, Ty Felton, Jordan James, and Dontavian Wicks. Yes, this is correct. King Capital won the UD regular season the year Karain won. Felix is his name. That is correct. There you go. The guy, the BBM guy who won last year, Elgrew 50. I see him in my rooms all the time. He drafts BRs and stuff. There you go. The guy who won on DK is named Felix. He's friends with Bimpor. Yes, and he had a bunch of Najee too. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Elgrew. Yes, Elgrew. Like if I went and joined like a WNBA draft right now, Elgrew might be in it. Yeah, he's just a bro. Pequant. There you go. Thank you, Crutches. That was gonna drive me crazy if I didn't remember that. Thank you, Crutches. Yeah, I like weekly winners, but it's 87 cents at a chance for 20K for 17 weeks. Yeah, now if I remember the lore correctly, I believe Elgrew was also live in the DraftKings 555. Elgrew was live to win on DraftKings tournament too. And I don't remember if it was the Millie Maker or the 555 or whatever. Yes, there you go. Yeah, he almost won the 555 on DraftKings as well. So shout out to him. All right, boys. I'm going to wrap up there. I'll be back. I'll literally be back with all of you in 3 hours to do ship chasing. So we have a cool concept over on ship chasing today. The DK 555 is exactly what it sounds like. It is a $555 tournament on DraftKings. Elgar won on Drafters as well. This guy must have been the gnarliest, crazy Jonathan Taylor drafter. Who would I say are the 5 slappiest players right now? The 5 slappiest players are Brock Bowers, Rashee Rice, Bayshell Tutin, Travis Hunter, and RJ Harvey. Yeah, that was actually pretty easy. That was very straightforward. Blue in there, but there's some dissension amongst the slappy ranks. But the slappies are completely unified on those players. Travis Hunter, Bayshell Tutin, Rashee Rice, Brock Bowers, and who did I say? Rice, Bowers, Tutin, Hunter. I can't remember who I just said. No, the Takecast is not a live stream. So Takecast is just its own. It's literally just a podcast, and that'll be up this afternoon. So just go on over there, youtube.com/Takecast. You probably a bunch of podcasts you guys have missed, honestly. All right, boys. Thank you very much for listening, watching, viewing. And I'll be back with all of you guys. Members only tomorrow. So those of you who just got a new membership from Charlie, there'll be a stream for you tomorrow.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks